start. So instead of taking them down and to put them back up, we're gonna leave them up one time.
Leave them there.
Hey, let me play this. I'm gonna have to play this a couple times. Let me go ahead and play it now.
The views expressed here on a Thursday are not necessarily a true representation of ours. We're only here for the drama.
We're only here for the drama. Thursday drama. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I don't believe in
Mr. Haya.
As much I would love to see the government change because them not do their work. But if you buy a car and you realize but me not want a car, you could carry back the loan. You can't to the bank and say me not want a loan, yeah? Give me another loan. The people vote. Check where you vote for. Let it right up. But what I need to see now is more people voicing their opinion. In my opinion, the protest was a success because more people getting braver and them a stop mumble. Them a talk now instead of mumble and them stop coming to people inbox and say, boy, things are not send me a $5 digital credit now. And what I need to see now is more police officers. The police officers and them should be shameful. They kicking off people because they live in conditions that with some of them living in them barracks. Them should be on the protest line to protesting for better living conditions.
I have a feeling that they too wanna come out and join the protest action.
They've been saying that all day yesterday.
Actively involved in it. But I think they're looking for that assurance that they will be supported. They will be defended if there's need to be.
Exactly, and a fresh election not gonna change that mindset because you know if we get a fresh election, you're gonna have the majority of people condoning foolishness on the other side of the spectrum. What we need is a mental shift in Vincent.
All right.
Before a fresh election.
Okay.
That's what needed. So fresh election, in my opinion, is a waste of energy. Because election
and
takes
money.
a lot of energy.
And money. Well,
and
resources.
Money. And another thing we need to ask ourselves, the money that we just get lend from, I think, the World Bank or IMF for the volcanic relief, what are the terms of that loan? Because a lot of them say we now want China coming and St. Vincent because China go own St. Vincent. What about the World Bank? Do the World Bank own St. Vincent? What about the people them holding us those quote-unquote soft loans to build the airport? What are the terms of those loans? That kind of question we need to ask ourselves as Vincent and Crystal. Your son might have to pay money and he not have no work on it. When they're loan, they're ready to pay back on it. So I better ask them questions.
Okay then. All right, and so that's Max. No election, no fresh elections.
No fresh elections. I'm also on the no fresh elections as well. So that's 3, all right? By the way, we are live on Facebook at Extreme 104XV.
Hey.
G.
All right. Hey, with Flow, win your share of $70,000 in cash and prizes in the Flow Easy Summer Vibes promotion. To enter, top up your Flow prepaid mobile, $10 or more. Activate a Flow 3, 7 or 30-day prepaid plan. Add your existing Flow Fix services to your new Flow postpaid plan or by making the switch to Flow absolutely free. Daily prizes include lots of cash Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, free Flow combo plans, free Flow credit, and much, much more. See us in stores or at any Flow retail outlet for more information. Flow terms and conditions apply. Flow, keeping you connected.
And of course, we're here for you. Shop in-store or online at www.shopcourts.com. Save on a wide range of smart TVs, mattresses, and electronics. Shop with Courts Ready Finance and get instant approval. Pay nothing down with a hassle-free repayment period of up to 36 months. Courts, bringing value home.
If you have thought and you've debated about getting vaccinated, thinking could you, should you do it? Now's a great time to get to it, cause if you choose to get the shot, we're gonna thank you quite a lot with a $50 gift card for topping up your phone and helping to make Lindsay a COVID-free zone. Yes, a $50 thank you if you decide on vaccination. Go to grenadinesinitiative.org for information. That's grenadinesinitiative.org. Thanks.
As we applaud the efforts of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment in managing the spread of COVID-19, we wish to remind you to follow all the protocols. Most importantly, practice proper hand washing, cover your cough and sneeze in the crook of your elbow, do not touch your face, wear a mask when in public or where it is not possible to practice social distancing. Call the COVID-19 hotline at 534-4325 if you're experiencing flu-like symptoms. Together, we can stop the spread of COVID-19. A message by the National Reconciliation Advisory Committee.
Thursday drama on the wake-up call.
Only for hot gal in the place. Them want to wind them ways. Tell them forward in a ace. But the bang bang embrace, yeah.
Early morning low, she get it good from she rise. But put it on so good and make sure she shake all she ties. Smile upon her face, me know she pleased with this eyes. Coming around to make them gyal roll out them eyes. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there.
Wine for you, make sweat a drip off of me body, yeah. How you full of fat and you can keep up with me energy. What a epic night of it, embedded in your memory. Little bubble of it, treat it like a felony.
What you gonna do when there is nobody that do it better than this reggae guy? I can do this every morning, every evening. Have you screaming straight back to sunrise.
Bang 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 bang, yeah.
Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there.
Y'all know about the party, just get in a the position and boss one. Never you forget this is your mission. We take a girl when you want it in a condition and boss one. Take a sip and lose the inhibition. Cause when you dip in it, you start my ignition. See you swinging it and this is my ambition. We give you the legit love, make you turn and twist and me give you the stick, make you balance and grip on.
Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there.
Me no trust phone, me no own, me no like it. Picture I go round, say Simone, I'm a wifey. Be a fuzzy picture we suggest me a knifey. All over Instagram, I mess with me psyche. Me no trust man, we switch down for your Nike. 6 months him general, I know him say I'm Mikey. Can't trust no man, we claim them as strikey. And them in a video wanna show people. Them we sell your own, them we sell your own. The so-called friends, them me I tell you about too. Them we sell your own, them we sell your own. Can't find them a return code. So for me, be careful who you send by snow to. Watch who you want.
Hey, we got about 7 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We missed that one. So those of you who want to share via WhatsApp 4301043. For those of you who wish to call directly 4571043. Let's get interactive. Thursday drama on the X. Good morning, caller. Thursday drama, welcome.
Joel,
Oh boy. Good morning.
Joel, baby.
Can you go ahead, please? Thank you.
Joel.
6 minutes away from 9 o'clock. All right, let's go ahead and play. Let's go ahead and play the recording. All right, let's go ahead and play the recording. This is what it says. The question is, fresh elections. Do you support the call for fresh elections or leave it be? Continue to like the previous caller said. Continue to stand up and demand better. Continue to, if you're dissatisfied, you take a stance with whatever the dissatisfaction is about. All right. Continue to seek better. Continue to call for jobs and for justice and for democracy. Continue to do these things if there's a need to. But fresh elections, some are saying so far, is a no-no. Now there's something that anyway. Let me play this first. Let's play this first.
Don't forget it.
And
Don't
then we
forget
go
it.
ahead. Huh?
Don't forget it.
Yeah. Now I won't.
The neighbor's pet invading your property? Get it off your chest.
No. What did I press? Oh, this. Jeez. Sorry.
I want to thank the people who came out on the streets yesterday, who heeded the call of the New Democratic Party, who came out and exercised their democratic right to protest, to demand better from the government, and to challenge the government in the things that they are doing wrong, and it's many. The people came out and exercised their democratic right. While we were in the parliament doing the business of the people, they were outside on the street saying that democracy is not just about what happens in parliament, it is what happens here in the streets of Kingston, what happens in our communities, what we feel in our heart about what is happening in our country. And I am so pleased that the people came out. They were determined, they were robust, they were strong, they were committed, they were courageous. And I applaud them for that. And I urge them to come back out tomorrow. That's Thursday tomorrow, because the parliament continues and the problems continue in our country. So we must continue with the protest action. And the police yesterday, I know there were some incidents, but I want to send this message that the police also have a duty to protect the protesters. And many of them showed restraint, but there were others who went over the top. Tomorrow, we expect that they are going to be there to see that the people exercise their democratic rights and to protect them as well from abuse. Let us continue to hope for better for this country. What you're coming for is that you're demanding that nothing less than fresh elections are going to save this country. We have a government in place now that didn't get the majority support of the people. So it's a minority government that's here. Majority rule is that real flesh and blood people vote for the party that they want to form the government.
But that's
fresh elections is what we have as our primary objective in encouraging the people to stand up for the democratic right, so that the will of the people as expressed in the last election becomes manifest in the government that runs this country.
I think it's fair.
But you do realize, though, that based on our constitution, based on how elections are run, it is not by majority votes. It is not by majority votes.
We know
so
that.
even though the
But
last
the point you're making
elections,
with that is what?
the last elections, you would have gotten majority votes. So majority of the people might want the NDP in office. But if that does not translate to majority seats, then it's pointless.
But it wasn't pointless in 1998 when the NDP won in terms of seats. No, there's no excuse. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, because it's the same argument. It's the same argument that was used in terms of the majority votes by the ULP then, where when they started with their campaigning with the push for fresh elections the same way. No, fresh elections is the primary goal. That's what he's saying. They never said that they want fresh elections in 2021, right? The same calls for fresh elections were made I think elections were in June of 1998, and immediately after, where the whole statement of making the country ungovernable and all them things, right? We had those elections, those fresh elections were held in 2001. Right? 98, 99, 2000, 2001. 3 years after.
So they've been talking about fresh elections for a period of time in 1998 since the elections, right? Whose call is it to say, okay, let us have fresh elections?
You heard about the Grand Beach Accord story? That is what resulted in us having fresh elections.
So the Prime Minister would call and say, okay, let's have fresh elections.
It was a decision that was made at the CARICOM level. There was a level of discussion, and it was agreed upon between the then Prime Minister and the opposition leader that this is where we're going to go.
Okay, because so it's not an immediate fresh election.
To avoid civil unrest, right?
Okay.
We would go to the polls and let the people decide. Majority. Let the majority of the people
suppose
decide.
we get fresh elections, right? And we go through this again, and the NDP lose again.
Yeah, we could always sit here and say suppose this and suppose that. But we cannot be hypocritical, because the same approach that was taken in 1998 with the whole majority rule argument and calling for fresh elections, which ended up in 2001, that's where we at now, 2021. So let's not be hypocritical with it.
All right, so doing exactly what they did.
They never said that they want fresh elections now. Immediately, they want fresh elections in 2021. All that resulted in 2001. A lot of it came out yesterday. It started in 1998. We had the long motorcades in 1999. We had the roadblock. Listen, it did not happen in 1998 when the calls were made, or the start of calls being made were in 1998. The end result happened in 2001.
I don't think it's going to happen.
And that is all right.
Right?
That is
and
all right.
here's why
That is
I
all
don't
right.
think it's going to happen. A petitions, which to me is more important than calling for fresh elections, still ain't done. Still ain't resolved.
And that's because of what? Who controls that?
Who controls that?
They don't have any control over that.
Okay,
They
so
can't
now
dictate
they
where
have
that-
control over calling for fresh elections. It'll be different.
And I ask you again, you understood what happened at the Grand Beach Accord and what led to that. So there is some level of control, yes, where that is concerned, but it must involve the people.
Okay.
The people don't have any control over what happens with the judiciary and the ruling on the petitions. We don't.
All right. So let's go to some comments then.
Some
if you want to hit
comments?
us up, 430-1043 to call.
Do you?
457-1043.
Do you agree with the calls being made for fresh elections? Or we continue the term, but we continue to stand up and fight? Let me leave out that part. Or we continue through for the next 4 or 5 years, which is constitutional. All right, hit us up and let us know. That's not one. Let me see. Here's another one. Morning, guys. Definitely a no to fresh elections. The opposition is using someone's unfortunate situation to capitalize politically. The opposition never accepted the most recent general elections result. Neither did they in 2015, neither did they in 2010.
And every election, they still end up losing.
Oh, mama. Hey, let's go. Well, this is contradicting, which is, I guess, maybe the audio that we played. That was shared, a statement that was made by the leader of the opposition New Democratic Party, Dr. Godwin Friday, yesterday. That was circulated yesterday. All right, just to let you know, that audio clip that we just played there. Good morning, Thursday Drama.
Good morning, Joel.
My brother.
Fugitive.
No disrespect, but I will really, really, really appreciate it if you stick to fugitive. Thank you. All right? Thank you. All right. I guess he doesn't want to. Thank you. All right, let's go again. More responses. So you're saying No, this one came in first. So I'll play this. Where did I? Okay, there. Yeah, Wheezy was in a while, so let's go with Wheezy.
Good morning, Fuji.
Morning.
Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Crystal.
Hey, morning.
Pleasant good morning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm listening to your program as usual, and I just want to make my little contribution. As you're on the topic of that statement by the leader of the opposition, Mr. Friday, yesterday evening, I saw that as well on Facebook, and I was a bit taken back on the issue where he highlighted the call for fresh elections. And I was totally baffled because, like you just said, we just had elections. Was it late October?
November.
And
Wheezy. What's
we're
two
now
straps
into
over your
what?
back, Wheezy?
July. I mean, that is just unbelievable that call should be coming now. I think there is a political opportunity, what I would say, opportunist to try and seize on some of the issues that we're facing in St. Vincent.
Well, isn't that what politicians
I
do
was
to get
just
into
gonna say
power?
the same thing, man.
Wheezy. All right then,
Moment.
go ahead.
And the opposition, in my view, is extremely weak. And that has been reflected in the previous results of the previous elections. However, this is not taken away from the frustration of certain people within the community or the wider community of St. Vincent. And I made a point some time ago with regards to the Mr. John case and said that it was unfortunate that it is now becoming a political saga rather than the call for independent justice. So we have to be careful in St. Vincent because I can see little freckles trying to flare up, and in particular, as we on that, let me just end by giving the police some credit for what I saw unfold on, was it Tuesday?
Tuesday. That
Yes.
means you didn't see everything we
Now, what I saw there was a host of intimidation
Maybe saw the beginning.
by the public.
Oh man.
Intimidation to intimidate the police to see how far they can test their patience. And let me just say this publicly. Apart from two scuffles that I saw, one with the push of Kenton and the gentleman being arrested, I think the police did an excellent job
Okay.
He saw the beginning.
in exercising restraint, which is what should always be first and foremost when the police comes out to marshal a protest. So kudos to the police. And thank you very much.
Okay,
I have a lot
Daniel.
more to say, but time is not.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Have a
You
good
did
day.
say a lot. You did say a lot. Okay, let's go
maybe
again.
maybe
Let's
he's
go.
listening, but there was a point where we saw Kenson get a lot of chucks. All right, and he was pushed back for quite a bit. And in that same video, you could see one of the
An officer
SSUs
kicking.
one. I don't know who he was
Firing
kicking or what.
kicks.
Firing one.
Yeah,
kick.
Wizzy, that
So
firing.
you did not see the entire
Firing the
entire
kick
thing.
by the police officer was in that same video clip where Kenson got all them truck brethren. It's right inside
I
here.
don't think he saw that one.
That
So
could
the,
be-
is he the only one, man? The only one.
That could be mere convenience. Mere convenience. Morning, Wizzy. Okay, that's one. So you're saying they haven't gotten a chance to do anything since the elections. Well, that's not true. If you're talking about anything positive and anything they promised to do, then you're right. But they have done more than enough in the negative than we can judge them for. First off, it seems like they have eroded our democracy and justice system with one case, aka the Mr. Johns saga. The handling of COVID situation from the beginning by not shutting down the country like every other nation is coming back to bite us as people. As people feel they beat COVID before and refuse to take the vaccine, which will impact our country. Police brutality is still a problem and seems to be getting worse under this government. And if we look back at the last 5 years in office, what have they done that's of great significance to for the country? Can you guys say, since the election there, has there been any show of positive towards movement, any positive movement, any form of growth? Or can you say we have gone backwards? Hence the opposition reasons for calling for fresh elections.
I think it is very unfair to ask for growth within a few months, especially when it
different ways
speaks.
to measure growth. Growth in the
I'm
economy, no.
I'm picking it up from an economic standpoint. You cannot have an economic growth of a country that happened within a
Convenient.
couple months. A couple months, fugitive. A couple months, come on.
No. I
mean,
am
looking at the
saying-
state of the economy before,
I
right?
am saying, if it's in terms of the economy, if it's growth in relation to the economy, then it's a no. We cannot expect growth there. That is what I said. So I was hoping that you would go divert to something else than the economy. Give me something else.
Agriculture. Sabota's been doing some
Growth-
work within
growth in-
agriculture.
growth
I ain't
in-
tell you growth. I tell you what
listen,
they've been doing. You
listen.
understand? We've had sandals coming on board since elections.
So there's been some
What else
upward
have
movements
we
in
had?
tourism, in spite, and that's a good point.
Right,
That's
in
a good
spite
point.
of
In
what has
spite
been
of all-
happening.
right? Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring in the one
Works
down
have
on the
been
leeward
continuing.
side.
Well, Black Sands, leave Black Sands out of this. That's for
Right?
another day.
Bokemen, they have started construction or reconstruction
So
of
that's a
that.
good- yes,
all
so-
right. In Diamond, where
Works
Holiday
going
Inn,
out, right?
there's a lot of
Works-
work going on
works
out
going
there.
out there, right?
Continuing. What else is happening? What else is happening? And in response to COVID-19,
there's,
though,
View. There's View.
love you, just probably anything. But
And it's
anyways,
private, but it is still a plus. It is still a
it's
plus.
still a plus. Royal Mills construction is continuing.
So you see,
All right.
there is something happening positively.
But the thing with COVID-19, though, I think at the time the attempt was to try to keep the economy open as much as possible. Yes, we disagreed with them not closing the borders. Yes, we disagreed with many of the things that they decided to do, and it actually came back and bite us in the
Derriere.
no, but at the time, the state of the economy, it was a lot of pressure. Do we close down and possibly run down to zero, or do we keep it open as much as we possibly can and try to get some money in? It was difficult to manage. Come on.
I was never in agreement for the total lockdown of the country.
We should have had a total
All right,
lockdown.
but I'll continue with my response after. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Thursday
morning.
drama. Welcome.
Well, it sounds like a drama in truth because I heard you play a tape by the leader of the opposition, which is contradicting what I understand Rice and Vincent and the protest is all about.
Rice and Runa.
I think they said that they wanted to protest for the interest of justice in Timmins and again.
That's right. That's right, Iruna.
Right, in particular, Mr. John. Okay. I noticed that you're trying to justify what's taking place between what took place in 2000, 2001.
Which part of it?
What you said to Crystal a while ago.
No. In terms of the calls for fresh elections, what I'm saying, the point that I'm making, he never said that they're calling for fresh elections. No, 2021. But in all fairness, if that is the primary mission at the end of the day, they must know that is something that will not be achieved in 1 or probably even 2 years. I was making reference to the same calls that were made with the same majority arguments in 1998, which resulted in fresh elections before they were constitutionally due. We had them happening 3 years after. That is the point that I was making.
Well, I'll tell you something, right? I respect your position on that.
Is it fact or not?
In the interest of time, I don't think I want to respond to it.
Is it fact or not, Kingsley?
It is not fact.
Which part of it isn't? Which part of it isn't?
Because you're trying to justify to Crystal.
I am not talking about trying to justify anything. I'm asking you if the information that I shared, if it's factual or not.
But he was going back to his original point.
It is not me to say on air.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. Why?
Wait, no, man. Let me hear the rest of the contribution, man.
Go ahead.
Let me hear the rest, man. Oh, God.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you something, right? Fuji not fly by night chicken. Fuji no. On radio, when somebody is shouting, you just leave them to shout and have them monologue, right? So I don't participate in any monologue. But I'm saying to you, Fuji, that you comes over this morning anti-UFP / NDP. That's the only how I'm answering you. But fugitive, right? But here's something now. Friday calling for fresh election. Friday have a long time to wait. But
Slider didn't share his stance up to now, Kingsley.
Slider, and Mr. Hamilton and Paul O'Gara.
Give us your view. What is your view?
Come in.
And you come in, Crystal, and those people who I mentioned, they all is a bunch of time wasters that is supporting the NDP. But I am telling you, right? NDP has not shown no transformation from since Sir James was Prime Minister. He handpicked Anna Eustace in preference of Jerry Scott, right? Mr. Eustace came. He was so kind and gentle. People didn't gravitate to Mr. Eustace. That is why he do 3 consecutive elections and he lose. Dr. Friday come and we paint prime ministers with a particular paintbrush, and the reflection have to be my complexion or those of white complexion, right? They sabotage Senke as far as we concerned. Make Dr. Friday leader.
And he's still there.
You know, I asked him myself, Crystal, Sekeleka would be one of the best ministers of government we'll ever see. But I don't think we'll ever see that because I don't think NDP could win the next election in the same nation with the same old faces.
Let me ask you this then. Right? Do you think should Major take charge of all that is happening here with the protesting and the calls now for fresh elections? Do you see that being achievable with him taking charge than with Dr. Friday?
Well, somebody who listens to you will say, Fuji, ask a good question. because I'm in love with thinker politics, right?
You would say yes.
I will say yes. Because, hey, you have to fight fire with fire.
Okay.
When Sekeleka came out the parliament sitting last Tuesday, soon as he come out the parliament, the energy and the enthusiasm and the focus was on Sekeleka. He didn't say anything. He just made himself present. The crowd went up in a frenzy because they realized this is the need that they're looking for. Right. So and you know, I am surprised that Sekeleka stick around so long. You know, I want to know if he's loyal to St. Vincent and Grenadines.
But the fact that even though he did not gain leadership of the NDP, but he's still there, doesn't that display a sense of him being genuine?
Well, committed. I don't know if it's genuine. Committed. Committed. Because
I would put in genuine, Kingsley.
Okay, well, okay. Let me
It's genuinely committed.
Genuinely committed.
He's committed to being genuine, whichever.
Right. Okay. Right. But here's something. Right. This is really tough. The German truth. I'm in love with Sekeleka politics. I think it's what people like. When people see Sekeleka, he's a reminder of what took place in 2001. I mean, that is where I agree with you, Fuji, that the comparison may bear some fruit because people like robust opposition. You don't get that from Dr. Friday. Dr. Friday still reflect you as kind and gentle matter because you know why? Friday will always with a seat in the Grenadines because he's from the Grenadines. And the NDP need to attract new people. And I am still advocating from the front. You need to rid Margaret London. You need to rid Port Francois. You need to change Colin Graham's stand and get new people to speak for the NDP. And hey, what I wanted to do, Fuji and Crystal, have the Newton's program, right? And tell the annoying loudmouth.
No. Hey, what? You can call that program and let them know what ought to be done.
Okay, right. Okay, so you don't say what you anticipate to say. So have them not call and see how much new people just call the Newton's program. You understand? It's sent around the same people every day.
That is a personal slur there, Kingsley.
A bunch of cry baby.
A personal slur.
And hey, Crystal, you saw the drama?
Hey.
I went down there and the picket line to see if I see some people. Hello.
How many people down there so far? You don't go?
No, I didn't go yet, but I went last Tuesday. I went to look for 3 particular people.
And you ain't seen none of them?
Okay, slide.
Right.
All right.
Okay, Kingsley.
I got.
Because he was sliding all over the place.
Kingsley
All right.
alone, man. Somebody said on Facebook, compare to neighboring islands. I'm paraphrasing right now. Look at their economies for the past 15 years and compare that to ours.
There you know. All right. Let me see. Okay. Good morning, guys. This was from earlier, so we missed that one. Let me take the call first. Good morning. Thursday drama.
Good morning, guys.
Morning. Welcome.
Right.
Again.
Let's hear it now.
I've listened to a mouthful from the previous caller a while ago. And that is part, his contribution is more than drama. Because I think right now, how he's talking about people on the NDP and this and that, he can't even control a business that he has.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen, right, Charles? I want you to focus on the topic at hand. Fresh elections or no fresh elections?
I'm focusing on the topic.
Yeah, but we don't have time to bash out the callers this morning.
Because, right, and I would like to hear you all tell him that one morning when he called, because people
you didn't hear that just now?
And voice their own opinion and so forth, but he loves to batter. right? Because from what the Prime Minister told him, he has to finish to get back in the stuff with it. Gentlemen, the protest that was on Tuesday and so forth, when you have police kicking people, that's where we reach now. Vincentians become dogs. Where you have police kicking people, choking off people and all them sort of things, because I think that's the order of the day they got to do. When you start kicking your own people, right, that is what that is saying to the people outside who are not officers and who are not a part of the law. What are you saying to them? When they respond, everybody dumping up all the people, the people that brought it up. You know, it starts. There is all this, a fire don't start by own, A man who strike a match is just some, you are burning somewhere, The man who strike the matches have to realize, are they going to be police officers to protect and serve in civilians for all their lives? They have to realize, one day will come, they will have to come out and meet people, and people don't forget. They live what they don't forget.
Do you agree? Do you agree with the call for fresh elections, or we continue as and give the present administration the chance to complete this present term?
Because I would call for fresh elections.
Okay.
I would call for fresh elections because what is going on now, Fuji and Crystal, it is heading down the hill. And let me ask you a question, Fuji. Don't you think that we should have churches in the police station and more environment where we could sit down with our police officers and have a church or something? And just like how people go to church on a Sunday and the pastor preach to them, you don't think the way we're going right now is that our officers and our police officers, they need to have an area where they could actually go to church on like a Sunday and have prayer
maybe an altar
so
or something? Well, within this,
yes.
I mean,
what's not? Because right now it's like it's their violence they're dealing with.
But you don't have to go to church to worship, eh?
This is my point. I ain't saying that.
So they could go on their phones and look at a church meeting going on.
The police station is there. You have a pastor.
Okay, but to answer the question, no, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
It's necessary.
Well, I think our police officers, plenty of them need God.
All right then. Okay then.
Plenty of them.
Good. All right then. Thanks.
I'm back.
Charles right there. Somebody says okay.
What's that?
Good morning. We missed that one. Was it that one? Okay, let me see. There's a difference between having majority of the people that went out and vote and having the majority of the country supporting you. How do you determine? You can't assume that those who did not go and vote are supporting you. You have to go with claiming the majority based on those who came out and supported you.
Yeah, and voted, yeah. I think what might be in the NDP's corner is the fact that the constituency between Carlos James and Patel, it was just a one vote difference. Just a one vote.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going on that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
To the wonderful young lady.
Good morning, Sada.
Let me say this thing first. As long as you don't get honest and proper thing within that electoral system, it's just as a waste of time to go to any polls to vote.
And you're thinking that we're not getting honest, like the processes that would be conducted, they're not honest? That's what you're saying?
No, it does not be honest.
What are the reasons for that statement?
Don't tell me that within the last 5 or 6 days, you will take so much thousand people from one constituency and send them to vote in another constituency under the pretense of transfer. Okay? and tell me that is honest. Don't tell me that you will have people register in North Central Wynwood this week and next week for election, and then they are transferred to North Wynwood. Don't tell me when you could take people from North Central Wynwood who was in that place from a youngster, don't have children and grandchildren, but election day, they are showing up to vote in Barley. It's not fair.
So you're saying fix that before you start calling for fresh elections. It makes no sense going back in with that in place.
With that system.
If that is still a possibility that these things can still be happening, fix that first before calling for fresh elections.
Because you could find that 75% of the people vote for the NDP and 25% is designated for certain things and your farm government but pass the post.
That's the system we have. There's nothing
That
wrong
is
with
one.
But you know, we could have changed that had we voted in support of the referendum, right?
And a lot of things that people didn't understand.
What no?
Just saying. I'm just saying. We don't need to go there. I'm just saying.
They would have still find ways to transfer people.
All right, Slider.
And the last thing, okay? The scripture declares, cursed is he who cursed his mother and his father. They were supposed to put by the road, and the villagers stoned them to death.
And that is in relation to what?
Huh?
That is in relation to what?
Men are young men who abuse their parents.
No, I get the moral of that, but I'm asking the you sharing that is in relation to what?
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about a little scripture. Yeah.
Tie that into something else now.
Honesty. And some of these parents, abusers, want to come and tell you how, what a role model them they could be.
Okay, Slider. Thank you,
Them
Slider.
bullshit.
Thank you, Slider.
I still lost
You know,
though, but let me continue.
Good morning, caller. Hello. Like when you're in, the teacher would have said no cross talking. The last 3 calls, cross talking. Let's do this and we come right back. I need to let you know that the Central Water and Sewage Authority wishes to advise residents of Erie Hill, Belmont, Kelboni, Tocqueville, Ashburton, Gome, Georgie Gutter, Welcome, Fairburn Pasture, Fountain, Johnny Hill, Fair Hall, Queens Drive, Boom Boom, Andrews Refrigeration Area, Annersville, Grave Supermarket in Annersville, Orange Grove, Millers Gate, Dorsetshire Hill, Murray's Village, Green Hill Housing, Phase 1 and 2, Redemption Sharps, Sharpsdale, Triggeridge, Upper and Lower Richmond Hill, Upper Sharon Hill, and Mountain Cabbage, that their water supply will be disrupted today, Thursday, July 8th, between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. This disruption is to facilitate transmission line maintenance work on its Majorca system. The CWSA apologizes for any inconvenience caused. We'll be back Thursday drama on the X.
The views expressed here on a Thursday are not necessarily a true representation of ours. We're only here for the drama.
Let us unite and do the thing right. Man and woman, let us join in the fight and vaccinate. Let us all vaccinate. Vaccinate if you want to eliminate the spread of the virus in our place, and do not procrastinate, but rather let us vaccinate. Hi, my name is James P. COVID-19 has affected us tremendously. We all hope for the day that we can get back to normalcy. And that is why I'm urging you, my fellow Vincentians, to get vaccinated. The vaccine is safe, it is effective, and it will help in the fight against the transmission of the virus within our society. So make that choice and get vaccinated today. Vaccinate if you want to eliminate the spread of the virus in our place, and do not procrastinate, but rather let us vaccinate.
Give your vehicle that professional paint finish with the #1 brand in the world, Nexa Auto Color. Come into Miners Hardware today and let the Nexa paint technicians assist you. Nexa Auto Color is guaranteed to withstand our weather conditions. Look out for the vehicle replica auto color sign. For more information, call Miners Hardware at 457-2909 or visit us at Miners Hardware, Fiji Highway, Fountain.
Free, drink for free, drive for free, talk for free with Hyrule. You can win it all.
That's right, free beer, free rent, free utilities, groceries, and fuel.
Check the bar for your 3 for 10. Look under your crown and win. Everything is rent, free. Utilities, groceries, fuel. You can win it all. Yeah.
Enjoy Ice Cold Hyrule 3 for 10 and check under the crown for the Live Up stamp and win a $200 cash voucher instantly.
Hyrule, you can win. Everything is free.
There's over $100,000 in prizes to be won. Rise up S3G and win with Hyrule. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion ends August 15th. Must mean 18 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
The Super 6 jackpot for Friday, July night is $220,000. Super 6, more jackpot money.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got drama, we love drama. Thursday drama inside the Wake Up Call on X104.3.
Hey, let's go again. We got 24 minutes away from 10 o'clock.
You know, I have a small problem.
A little reinforcement there on the message. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a small problem. I think I see what is happening now as an attempt to bully the government out of office, right? And I'm not in agreement with it at all. If this was the action and the energy that was coming from the NDP from the get-go in opposition, then they would not have been able to say that the ULP is getting away with this, that, and terror. They keep doing these things. Put them in their place. This is a sort of robust opposition that is needed all the time, not 20 years down the road. The opposition should also be in a position to hold the government accountable for the things that are happening. But no, you sit back and you lay back and come on, man. You have to take some of the blame for the position that we are in right now. If this was the sort of approach that was taken from the get-go, I do not think that the ULP would have been able to go back in office for a second term. They would have done switch over a long time.
When they came and they said that they cannot accept this and they cannot accept that, they brought motions in the House and all these type of things. When
we had a protest.
When they saw...
We had this.
Hold on. There are different levels of protesting. Right? When they protested in the House, when they brought motions, right? And they were basically thrown out. What were they attempting to do then? What were they attempting to do
you
then?
ask the question, which
I'm
means you
I'm
have an
asking
answer.
You're saying that you won't getting. You're saying that what you're saying now is them trying to bully the government because why won't they take in these stance all the time? When they brought the petitions based on the varying discrepancies that came out from the general elections, wasn't that them taking a stance?
Fighting fire with fire. What kind of stance was that?
Maybe enough is enough.
After 20 years.
We'll get to the Facebook WhatsApp responses. WhatsApp responses after this call. Good morning.
Fuji, all I called to say thank you very much because what Crystal asked this, I like how you answered it because every time that they take a stand and wanted to do things the peaceful way, a lot of things have been swept under the carpet. So thank you for making that explanation to Crystal.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Somebody says, I agree with Friday on the first part of his statement, but with the fresh elections, I cannot agree because it's not gonna make any difference. Just more corruption, he says.
Fresh election.
And I don't think he is being he has been there for the people. It's only when something goes public, he jumps on it and tries to ride off of its popularity.
I honestly think that they were not given enough pressure. You see what is happening now, the ULP could easily use this in their favor. Do things, whatever the opposition is asking for, do what you are expected to do. Don't give the opposition any sort of ammunition whatsoever.
Fair,
right? So whenever, if ever, fresh elections are called, they could possibly win even bigger than they won the last election.
And the sad part of that reality is that is not our reality.
Well, it's not our... Let me get to the comments here because 20 people over there.
How do you want people to know that you're here for them when you're always a ghost? That was in response to Friday's thing.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Fuji, 2 wrongs don't make a right. The argument regarding the popular vote was flawed in 1998, 2000, and it is flawed today. Oh,
explain.
That is simply not the electoral system in which we operate.
Explain.
No. We going back to the proportional representation versus first past the post now.
Oh.
Right? So the argument that was used in 1998, but I mean flawed, yes, but nothing is wrong with using the argument about having the majority. There's absolutely nothing that you can do with that having the majority there except utilizing it. But as it relates to the Constitution, there's absolutely nothing that you could have done then in 1998, 2000, or that you can do with it now. But you're saying that 2 wrongs don't make a right. The argument regarding the popular vote was flawed then, and it is flawed today. That is simply, you understand now? That is simply not the electoral system that in which we operate. Clearly, it is not. The ULP won the election, and that's that.
We know what I have a problem with, right? Persons from the NDP pulling down and chastising the ULP for what they did in 1998, 2001, and come back and do the same thing. Your response?
It would be.
Your response.
It would be okay to say, what if it worked then, and they decide, well, boy, that's the only thing that could work now.
But
I'm just asking.
You're ball about, oh, it's so wrong. They should not have done that, and you come back and do the same damn thing.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Two wrongs don't make a right. So why are you doing it?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Why are you doing it?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, you see, I think that is why you just carried on with this kind of gentler society for such a long time.
Kind of gentler society. What? In today's day and age?
You see. Anyways, another response.
Voting is a choice. We have constitutionally, and we must get away from you giving this or that to gain a vote. It's unconstitutional, and persons should be hauled before the court of law. But if that's done, we all know how that will go. Bookie, I guess that was in response to Slider. Fresh elections or not? That is what the question is. Fresh elections or not? Leader of the opposition says that the primary focus right now, the primary mission right now with all that's happening, with them taking to the streets among other Vincentians, taking to the streets, demonstrating the protest actions that are ongoing. Not too sure if they got started already for today, but there will be more demonstration in Kingstown today as well. With these, they're saying that the primary mission is for fresh elections here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Do you agree or you disagree? The lines are still open, 457-1043, or on WhatsApp, 430-1043. Here's another one. Most people who voted for the ULP last election did so because of bribes, not because they truly wanted to. And that is based on what? That is based on what? We could always sit here and assume, but
everybody just
where's the
talk about
proof?
things and they hand
Where's the proof? Give us some proof. It went on further to say they are now ashamed of their choice, but will rather suffer instead of admitting to the said mistake.
Okay, so
Right?
if that is the case, right, do you really think these people will go out? If fresh elections are called, do you really think these same people will go out and vote for the NDP now?
History will just repeat itself.
So what is the point of all of this?
History will just repeat itself.
Oh my God.
It says the Prime Minister did a good job of making sure every single office of influence is occupied by supporters of his government. That is why the opposition seems weak, because they're somewhat handicapped by nepotism.
Every single office? Influence? What I mean? I prefer examples in this case here. Influence.
They said the PM is not immortal, and many people do not know what they will do when. Not if he leaves office. Just when. Just as Mitchell did, thus weakening his party. Fresh elections or not? That is the question.
You know, today was
here's a
supposed to
good
be
question.
swearing in a Camilo, they say, school children, they say.
You're really going to... one of these, I'll find that strap in. I will find that strap in. Wait, hold on. Somebody's asking, a new election, does that guarantee a new government?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. They're gonna cry. Let me not say it that way, right? Elections before the last one,
technically
the
it
talk was the elections were not free and fair. This elections, the talk is, well, the NDP had majority votes overall. Next elections, if the NDP loses again.
How can they hold the government responsible when they're always walking out of parliament?
When was the last time they walked out of parliament? They got thrown out the last.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You stay, they attempt to throw you out. You walk out, it's still a problem.
No, but it's been a while since they've walked out of parliament. That's an old argument. Give me something fresh. Give me something
Give me something fresh. This protest started out about Mr. John's case. Now it's about fresh elections and getting rid of Ralph. In Friday's speech, did he mention anything about justice for Mr. John? No.
You see, don't forget there's two different things happening here.
No, you see, you're conflicting who started with these protesting and the causes. The protest action that were taken by Rise High Runa, right, were in response to the injustice, the alleged injustice meted out to Mr. John. That was not the NDP. Maybe supporters of the NDP, but it was not started by the NDP. That is Rise High Runa. All right, so yeah. Just thought I'll mention. I got some commercials coming up, getting ready to wrap things up.
Some of the reasons kind of intertwine, overlap.
Yeah, but in terms of the organizers of. It's different. It didn't matter the reasoning.
So you have to say what? Thank God for Rise Runa.
When we come back. Share some more when we come back. Alright, keep it locked inside to the X. On a Thursday morning, Thursday drama on the X. I'm gonna repeat this. Okay, maybe when we come back. We'll do that one. Alright? Some more of your responses when we come back. Alright, keep it locked inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got drama, we love drama. Thursday drama inside the Wake Up Call on X 104.3.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Hello, hi. Let me show you something lit. Get your free chats now with BIP. 10-way video and voice calls. Discover and games, and that's not all. Store price points for all of us. It's exciting, it's fabulous. Translate, populate, locate, innovate, but shh. It's a secret, no need to keep it. You won't see me here again. 3, 2, 1. I'll see you in a blip. Download the app now for chat.
Your village, your block is locked to X 104.3 FM.
Yeah. And I ain't never had this happen before. Heartbreak so deep. Heart broke so deep it broke into a melody like this. My heart is breaking. My heart is aching.
Ay, ay. She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna commit, but take it this far. She gon' do the race, just not this one. Love is a game you used to cheer for. When I was down to talk, you weren't here for. You woo woo woo. Leave a trail of heartbreak and heartache like it cool. I guess way too late is convenient for you. The dirt you left don't turn into dust, it don't move. It's still waiting for you. Girl, you're killing me, you're tweaking all. I asked you what you feeling, you don't speak at all. But you go straight to Twitter, you gon' tweet it all. You must want another nigga to be alone.
What you want to see?
We was supposed to fight high through the storm. You made a decision, chose the easy one. Say you following your heart, but girl, you leaving one. Wanted me to take you back with open reaching on.
And I can't do that.
Lost for words, let it hurt.
Setting my heart on fire. Setting my heart on fire.
Put you first, show you your words. Gave you whatever you desire. Gave you whatever you desire.
I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. My problems ain't your problems. My problems ain't your problems. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. My problems ain't your problems. My problems ain't your problems. My bills cost $39K a month, so don't play with me, I can buy what I want. Can't lie to you, I'm a mama rich son. Born in 87, tank use 91. I don't care what a lot of people gotta say, cause I still drive a Rolls Royce every day. I know the aliens, everything gone down, and I'm still off the block, down. Shout out to my baby mama, cause I love my son. Ain't the Kardashian, but I felt like those ones. I ain't yo rich, I'm really rich. I ain't yo rich, I'm really rich. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. My problems ain't your problems. My problems ain't your problems. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. I'm in the big league, yeah, the big league. My problems ain't your problems. My problems ain't your problems.
My mama steppin', I can't walk by faith. Every day I wake up to some brand new hate. Air ops, air bones, it's on everybody's time. All these stars that I welcome, most couldn't take. I got problems with some cause I won't be fake. Air ops, air bones, it's on everybody's time. I beat the case cause I wouldn't talk. You heard that side of the story, but that was false. The only ones that want revenge is the ones that lost. I got mad at me cause I wouldn't cross. Solid as they come. You ain't but how long you had that? Why I'm getting so much hate, I ain't mad at them. They feelings nice up, I throw a bag at them. Damn, had to turn my thug up. Had to put my love up. Cause I don't know who hate no more. They say I'm dead, I don't even wanna wait no more. I'm a stepper, I can't walk by faith. Every day I wake up to some brand new hate. Air ops, air.
They're getting ready to wrap things up on the Inside Thursday Drama on the X. Alright. Here's what. Now, I'm just gonna play a little piece and pull it.
Future and Crystal, I don't think there should be a new election.
Alright.
Right? But what do you all think? Do you all think there should be a new election or not?
That's the question. That's where we're gonna end it. That's where we're gonna end
He
it.
will come after that. Well, I think
We're basically repeating the call for us to share our views. Alright, so go ahead. See, now you started already. Go on.
we have shared our opinions on it. You had
To
said
some extent.
yes. I had said
I said
no.
I said yes.
You were leading to
No.
saying yes.
Oh,
yes.
your
yes, come on,
interpretation.
please. Yeah, because and my interpretation would be the listener's interpretation as well. Because I was listening to you. You were leaning towards yes. I said no. I came out. I didn't beat around the bush like you did. I said no.
No. I didn't beat around the bush. I shared facts. People were
And the fact
people were
is your
going
opinion
off.
is yes.
No. I cleared a few misconceptions, right?
Okay.
People were alluding to, we don't need fresh elections now, as in 2021, even 2022. I made reference to what happened where it got started in 1998, following the June elections in 1998, to where that led to in fresh elections. Well, maybe not so fresh elections being called prematurely before the term
constitutionally
before the term was out, which is constitutionally due 3 years after. Right? So I was making reference. So they've called for fresh elections in anything new to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and our history here as it relates to elections and how they're being called. What I was saying is that there's absolutely nothing wrong with them calling for fresh elections. That does not mean that fresh elections would be this year or next year, but it has to start, the call has to start somewhere. Right? Now, I also said I would suggest that they continue with standing for, the varying calls that are being made in terms of fixing our justice system, standing up for more jobs, better jobs, continue
Fixing
to
the
stand
economy.
for Well, I didn't include the economy. Standing for
Mutual
democracy and so on. Right? I have no goals with those. But if you want to call, I also asked maybe in previous discussions, I think even yesterday I said, how much time do we have? We cannot wait for another 5 years. If we need to fix all these things, why should we sit and wait another 5 years to attempt, hopefully when we go to the polls then after another 5 years to fix these things? Why not attempt to fix them now? So technically, I answered since yesterday.
But that should be the purpose, though, to fix the ills, things that are not going in line with what should be happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a democratic country. That's where the opposition comes in. So I think this, like I said before, this should have been the push from the get-go. Put them in line.
Right. So
keep them in line as well, so that when it's time to go to the polls, everything should be fresh in people's minds. You're going to the polls with that sort of energy. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G happened for the past 5 years. We cannot take any more for the next 5 years.
Right. Good. So, you can't wake up this morning and decide they want to call fresh elections tomorrow. It has to start some way. If they decide that, well, boy, the primary mission is for fresh elections, but we started now, go right ahead. This to me is bigger than any ULP or any NDP or Green Party, DRP, or whichever one of the P's you want to use. If Vincentians are upset with what is going on with our judicial system, if Vincentians are feeling as if we are oppressed and we are being victimized on a daily basis, if Vincentians feel as if they are frustrated, as if we are basically wiped out from the economy or based on where we are financially speaking, if you feel as if times are too hard and the government is not, the present administration is not doing enough to assist in cushioning some of these effects with different things that you see can be done to cushion some of these effects. If you figure, well, boy, we want to give somebody else a chance to do better at it, that is your right. If they decide that they want to start that call to fresh elections now, hopefully it is achieved in another 2 years or another year or so, that is their right. Right?
Here's another thing, right? The NDP needs to be careful about people within the party who are speaking up on a day-to-day basis, who just have personal growls with the Prime Minister.
Especially that. Stop making it
they
look
don't particularly
like
have an issue with. Right. So there are some people who are always vocal and they're real loud too, who just have a personal growl with the Prime Minister. That is not sufficient to go to the polls and call for fresh elections. It is not.
Too many of these persons seem to be the main mouthpieces for the party.
Foolishness. Absolute foolishness.
And
it works against the
of course
NDP at the end of the day. People are not going to take some of the things that you guys come with seriously. Too many loose cannons. That's one of the things they need to fix before you even start to call for fresh elections. Fix your loose cannons. Talking too much. Too much stupidness too.
That right there. Fuji never shared. Crystal, you did. Technically, I answered since yesterday. You see, Fuji, you're asking people yes or no, but you're answering with technicalities. But I said yes. I actually said yes. I said yes.
When
I said it is not. That don't mean that me saying yes don't mean that it's gonna be
achieved. Always answers with technicality.
No,
yes,
no. But yes, I answered since yesterday. I asked how much time do we have to resolve all these issues that we're being
the talk was not about fresh elections.
No, but I am saying, if you paid attention to what I was saying yesterday, I answered since yesterday. But I said yes. I said yes. It don't mean that you're going to have fresh elections today or tomorrow or even next year. But yes, you have to start the call sometime.
Okay, but let's get the final ones because...
So yeah. So yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And you said?
I said no.
No. Did you say why you say no?
You never know. No.
That's where we ended for today, all right? Anything we missed?
There are a couple of other things that we wanted to highlight this morning, but you know how things go sometimes. Maybe, I think there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, it's a shorter morning, but we'll try to squeeze in as much as possible. The what is coming from the owners of La View, that hotel there in Villa Indian Bay area, the saga that's continuing with the reef, whether it's dead or alive, whether or not they are referring to this reef or that reef, the fact that they're saying that they want to remove a dead reef from one location and put down an artificial reef, put down some sand and enhance the beach, the environmentalists and the environmental activists who are speaking out, the environmental impact assessment. Maybe we'll touch on that tomorrow morning.
Probably with it. All right, let's do this. We out until tomorrow. All right, good.
Cockroach coming at the end of.
Balancing your mid-morning with good music, news, updates, and life's everyday conversation. The Equator has everything you need to get you